And just like that, I think we're ready to start. Greetings, adventurers of the realm. Happy Wednesday, or whatever day of the week it is, depending on where you're watching. My name is Jakin, and welcome to Swordplay and Sorcery. Today, hopefully, the stream works out. It wasn't exactly doing what I needed it to last week. I was not in the mood either for any kind of difficulty, so it was a little bit of a mess, I'm gonna be honest. Howdy to Glenn Finney. Hey there, buddy. Can't hang super long as I have a 5e game and I'm playing in 30 to 60 minutes, but I got a like in for you. Glenn, thank you for that. Hope your game is a lot of fun tonight. Maybe it's not a shopping session. I hope I didn't jinx it. I hope it's not a shopping session. Unless you like shopping sessions, in which case, I hope it is a shopping session. We got Vi in here. Howdy, Vi. Andrew Tucker, let's go. Let's go. Howdy, Andrew. Looking good so far. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad it's working as of right now. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. But I feel good. Normally I stream on my MacBook, but when I was doing it on Twitch, I would stream running Windows on my MacBook. And so that's part of why there was never music with the past few streams, because MacBooks I think even currently don't have internal mics to capture desktop audio. You have to have like applications and plugins to do that. On Windows, you just have that, like you should. So hopefully you can hear some music. If you can hear music, let me know. I'm hoping it actually works this time. Oh, look who we got here. We got Vien. Hi. It's the big throwdown with Strahd. Oh, Curse of Strahd. Oh, so you're like nearing the end. I'll keep my mouth zipped on that. Have a blast. Good luck. Are you guys running as is with the book, or do you know if your dungeon master made any kind of modifications to it? I know some people, I haven't even finished Curse of Strahd. It's a little bit of a cursed game for me. I bought the book, I bought the tarot cards, and twice I tried to run it with a group of friends, and each time it never got to continue past the first session. Any other time I've planned one-shots or campaigns, they've always happened. Curse of Strahd, for whatever reason, just did not happen. Which the first time, I'm gonna blame my boss, because he got back to me like basically that day. He was like, hey, I forgot it was my birthday tomorrow when the meeting was scheduled. Are you able to do it tonight? And my players were like, if you don't stop DMing to go take this job interview with Duke, we're gonna kill you. So that session was interrupted by doing a job interview for one-shot questers, and I guess that turned out okay. Did you mean to flip the camera, or did you flip the room? Both. Flip the camera. So right now, camera is as is, and then when we go to work on the monster stat blocks in a second, it's gonna flip so that it looks like I'm looking at the screen instead of looking away from it. It's more of a it bothers me visually thing. Music, nice. He added some stuff. We've been playing that campaign since February of 2020. Woo! That's a long time. Dude, congrats to you and your group. That's awesome. I'm gonna guess you guys get to play minimum once a month. I'm lucky enough to have I run sessions for my wife's coworkers. They're a bunch of teachers, and it's been nice because they're new to TTRPGs, so it's kind of like reliving the experience of getting to play for the first time through other people. But also it's like a giant de-stressor for them. So I'm very lucky enough that we get to play every week, and it warms my heart. My heart. Help. Dead Aussie gamer. Dag. We get to see each other in like 8 or 7 days. We're going to Gen Con, dude. How you doing? What a handsome face. No, you. Not Dead Spider. Sup? What's up, dude? I need to message you because, yes, I am free this week. I'll be free for a little bit tomorrow, but not in the afternoon because I'm going to see Deadpool and Wolverine with my wife, and we're very excited. Actually, we're kind of excited. I'm very excited, but a little fun fact about Yasmin. You know how some people just have like actors that they passionately hate or passionately love, and there may not even be like a good reason behind it, right? One of Yasmin's favorite actors is Ryan Reynolds. So obviously she loves the Deadpool movies. But on her top 10 most hated actors list, Hugh Jackman. She hates Hugh Jackman. I've tried showing her the X-Men movies. She's been able to push through them, but the solo Wolverine movies, she can't do. Absolutely hates him. So we're gonna see how she likes the new Deadpool movie, but I think I'm gonna have a blast with it. We play that campaign once every other week mostly. We play weekly, but alternated with a Legend of the Five Rings game, and now a Civil War Call of Cthulhu sounds kind of hype. Oh my god. Most people like either do like modern times, steampunk, or kind of like a 1940s, 50s kind of thing. Kind of like what Dungeons and Daddies are doing with their current campaign right now. Civil War Call of Cthulhu. That sounds kind of awesome. That sounds like it rocks. Hell yeah, I hope you enjoy. Thank you. Hitting Deadpool and Wolverine tomorrow too. Super excited. What about The Greatest Showman and Hellsing? I actually don't know. No, she doesn't like The Greatest Showman, but that's a whole different reason. She doesn't like watching musicals in a movie form, but if she's watching it and it's performed like live on a stage in front of her, she greatly prefers that and she loves that. So she doesn't like The Greatest Showman, I guess now partially because Hugh Jackman, but also partially because it's not a live in front of her musical. Real Steel, I should show her Real, if anything, just for me. I showed her Inception for the first time last night, and she was constantly on the edge of her seat, and she was like, like gasping a bunch. It was a lot of fun. And then Hellsing, I haven't seen that in years, but growing up when my dad was a general manager at a theater, I remember at a very young age, the Hellsing poster was one of the ones in the lobby at the old Regal that he used to manage. And that poster used to terrify me. That movie looked so scary, and I couldn't look at that poster for too long. Otherwise, I would start getting very upset and kind of break down. So, very funny memories with that movie. I mean, the movie it's a movie, that's for sure. But young me could not comprehend that movie at all. Did you hear Coach is going to play DC20 with Brennan Lee Mulligan and Abria Iyengar at Gen Con? I did hear that, and I'm very excited to see how it goes. That sounds like a wonderful experience. I want it to happen already so that we can hear about it. I want to hear the details. I want to hear what playing with them is, one, just like in general, like what they're like in person, but also just like what are their honest thoughts on the game? Like, not sugarcoating it, not trying to like be nice for the sake of being, like, what do they actually think of the game? I would really love to hear their honest feedback, or if they loved it. I don't know. I want it to happen so that I can hear how it went. I want to skip forward. Confederate Cthulhu cultists. Our crypt keeper has a history degree. That's awesome. I need to show her Real Steel. Can't wait to try to make Deadpool in DC20. Eldritch Fighter, Spellblade, Teleport, Small Healing. Okay, Eldritch Fighter, Spellblade, Teleport, Small Healing. That sounds like it could be a Deadpool. I like that. Hellsing is a guilty pleasure. Interesting. I wish I could be on the same page as that. Hellsing is not a guilty pleasure for me. I have guilty pleasure movies. Hellsing's not one of them. Van Helsing is not peak cinema. I don't know. Dad is in the chat now. It may not be peak cinema, but it is Glenn's guilty pleasure. What would one of mine be? I think, what is a bad movie I love watching? The first G.I. Joe movie, that's on my list. It's not good. It's really not good. But I had so much fun as a kid watching that movie, and I loved the G.I. Joe toys that came with that movie. I still have them in a box. I have a lot of fond memories of that movie. It's not a good movie. It's a very bad movie. Some of the character designs look weird. Snake Eyes has lips. Cobra Commander looks like a condom, I'll be honest. But yeah, the first G.I. Joe movie, that's one of mine. Any plans of which monsters we are going to convert today? Yeah. The first one that I have up is the one that we were going to start the last one off before all the technical difficulties happened, but we're going to be working on Storm Giants. So that's going to be fun. And then let's see what else we got lined up in the Discord. And if you want to submit a monster from 5th edition that you want to see converted into DC20, !Discord in the live chat. That'll give you a link to join our server, and you'll find the necessary channel to submit a request. But yeah, let's see what other requests we got. Oh, we just got a new one that's really interesting. So we're doing a Storm Giant, and then next up we're going to be doing a Dracolich. And then after that, we already did the Kobold. We're going to be doing a Displacer Beast. So those are the 3 that we're going to try to get done on stream. And as always, when we're done with these monster stat blocks, they'll be posted later tonight in the Discord for you to use in your games. There's going to be 2 versions of the stat block. There's going to be a simple one that if you just need to run and gun it, boom, that's the one you can use. If you want one with a little bit more details, that's going to be your main stat block. And now that we have an example of what stat blocks look like in DC20, there's things that I need to change about the monster stat block template that I've been kind of using, heavily inspired by Mortal and Jado from the DC20 community, which !Mortal, if you want to go to Mortal's website to see Mortal's steps on how to make monsters into DC20. But yeah, there's things that I want to add to the stat blocks. I won't have time to add them tonight before the monsters, but future monsters will have an updated stat block that kind of resembles what the official one looks like a little bit more. And then if I ever have the free time, I'd like to go back to the monsters we've already worked on and update them to have more of a current stat block. But as always, I need to remind everyone that this is a game still in development, so everything that we're seeing and talking about are subject to change. And I'm not an expert at making monsters. These are streams where we kind of figure it out together and just kind of enjoy the game. I have a lot of fun doing this. I like the G.I. Joe movies. Hey, there you go. But do you like the second one? I can't back the second one. The second one it was so boring, but Snake Eyes was cool. Major Pain is an awesome bad movie. Major Pain, what's up, Cole? Nah, but it's fun for what it is. My eldest loves Displacer Beasts. Immortal is a cornucopia to his people. Absolutely. Which, speaking of, let's go ahead and start working on Storm Giants. I'm very excited. I'm very excited for this. All right. So, what you're seeing right here is a template that's very much inspired by Mortal. This is Mortal's page right here. Mortal has been a wonderful help in the DC20 community with making monsters very much early in the game release. What am I trying to say? When the alpha rules were released, Mortal came in and said, I made some monsters for us to test in our games. So Mortal has been a tremendous help. And Mortal and Jado have made a whole guide in the Mortals Playground under the character creation or monster creation section, where they show off what a stat block to them looks like, some stats about where monsters should be at different levels, and then they even walk you through with converting one from 5th edition to DC20, in this case a Scarecrow. And they show you how to make just a Scarecrow, how to make it a boss Scarecrow, how to keep making it stronger or weaker. So good. It's such a helpful resource. I've been using it every week with my home games. I love it. So if you want to go to this, !Mortal in the chat, that'll give you a link to Mortal's Playground, where you can check this out for yourself. Because you can even go to his monsters page, might take a second to load, and you can see all the monsters he's worked on. I don't know that all of them are up to date, because he's been working on this as the game has been getting updates. So some of them may not have been updated since like the Alpha 0.4, but a whole library of monsters just ready to go, ready to use. Just something to throw at your players until we get some official monsters ready. But yes, that's where this comes from, and this Google Drive template is free for everyone to use. It's in the Discord. Good night, Jakin. Good night, Luis. And then salute to Mortal. Salute to Mortal. Okay, I know we made... oh, that's an NPC. I don't need Tedric anymore. A Flump. I wanted to work on a Flump a little while ago, and I started working on it. Flump is turning out to be harder than I thought it would be. So we're gonna make a new one. We're going to copy the simple stat block. That's always gonna be our first one. Then we're gonna copy the regular stat block, and then we're gonna put it down beneath it. So we know that this is a Storm Giant. All right, let's see what we got. I've liberally riffed from it for the DC20 West Marches Discord Grand Menagerie sessions. I have been so tempted to join that server. I just don't know how West Marches work. I could easily look it up. Makeup. You have a whole other part to that name, but huzzah! I've made it live finally. How are you doing? Hopefully you're feeling better. All right, let's pull up the Storm Giants. We got some skeletons, some sloths, and wait. Oh wait, okay, hold on. Wait, they might be under G instead of S. I got the monster manual with me. Ghosts, ghast, ghouls, giants. There we go. And Storm Giant. Boom. There we go. Storm Giant. Let's see what we got about Storm Giants. Let's read a little excerpt. Storm Giants are what is that word? Storm Giants are contemplative seers that live in places far removed from mortal civilization. Most have pale purple-gray skin and hair and glistening emerald eyes. Some rare Storm Giants are violet-skinned with deep violet or blue-black hair and silvery gray or purple. And then it goes on a little bit more about them. That's awesome. Okay, so according to the 2024 5th edition Monster Manual, a Storm Giant is a challenge rating of 13. Ooh, okay. So let's go to our tutorial sheet and scroll down to see what kind of stats apply to that. A challenge rating of 13. I think this is the highest monster we've worked on. We haven't made any that go past 10. So what should we do here? Let's see. It's super easy. Just come up with a first level character. Okay. Sabia or Mar is fine. I'm better than last week. Thank you. That's good. Crackling lightning. Yes. Okay, so this is a challenge rating 13 monster. We don't have it going past 13. We have it going up to 10. The below values are the average of a monster of that level, excuse me. Levels 0 to 10 are shown. Monster and player levels are designed to be roughly equal, so a level 1 monster is a medium hard difficulty encounter for a single level 1 player. This assumes new average players without optimization, etc. The idea of this table is that if you take away from one element, you can add to another, lowering physical defense by 1, but including 1 PDR or increasing a check, etc. Okay. So I'm going to leave this up to the chat right now. Right now we have levels 1/8 through 10. Our Storm Giant is technically a level 13. So what do we do? Do we try to figure out the math of what that would be, or do we just use the highest thing? Do we just go to level 10? I'm thinking I'm probably just going to stick with level 10. Just make it simple on ourselves. Because right now it's the average. It's the average health for everything. So I'm kind of thinking, I'm leaning towards it. Now that I'm saying it out loud, that's what I'm kind of leaning towards. I think we're going to make it a level 10. So that's going to inform a lot of our stats. Okay. This is a level 10. And then this giant is huge. So it's a huge giant. And then initiative. So previously I had this spot as a rank. So you could call it like a brute or a boss, something like that. It was helpful. I didn't need it. So instead I changed it to initiative because I like the idea of having either a set initiative number that you throw the monster in or an initiative modifier. So that's what we're going to do. Make it 13, make it level 10. Just give it a go and bump it up if needs it. You can do it. Sounds good. Okay. So yeah, we'll make it level 10, and then you know what? If there's time this weekend, we might do another one of these streams where we update the stat block and then maybe get some more monsters done. Depends how much free time there is. There's some DC20 tutorial videos I still need to make, but I want to make them better because I made them and I'm like, not feeling them. Okay, so we have a Storm Giant, level 10. It's a huge giant. It's initiative. What should we put for its initiative? If we're going to set an initiative for a Storm Giant, what do we think it should be? I'm kind of thinking we go off of the DC, the by fives. So very easy, all that kind of stuff. So we could do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I think initiative should probably be 15 and then either +2 or -2. I've created a chart going up to level 20 for monster. Have you? Like what, like similar to the mortal chart? I would not mind seeing that. If that's at all possible. Ian! What's up, dude? Hopefully you're doing better today. Ian was going through it last night. Nothing bad or anything, just playing Spyro and learning how many crazy voice actors are in there. All right. I'll figure out the initiative in a little bit. I'm thinking, my gut is saying 15. So I'm going to say initiative 15, or let's see, what would the attack thing, or the check, +10. Okay, so we'll say it's 15 if you want to have a set initiative, or +10 if you want to roll for it. We might tweak that a little bit. All right, Let's see, might. Let's see, in DC20, it's a might. It's a strength of 9. Okay, plus 9. Okay, so we're gonna say 9. Agility, dexterity says plus 2. Charisma, it says plus 4. And then intelligence and wisdom, that'd be plus 3, plus 4, so plus 7. I know Glenn was putting some numbers in the chat. Might 10, agility 2, charisma 4, intelligence 3. Okay. Sending love for the overwhelmingness to you, Ian. Make a cute giraffe. Hi, Yasmin. We'll make a giraffe at some point. It didn't cut and paste great, but I DM'd it in Discord too. Ooh, yeah. Let me check this out real quick. Thank you so much, Glenn. Level 13. Okay. So that's our levels. 10 more. Let me compare and contrast real quick. 'Cause that's okay. Oh, you have a level 0 too. Interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't mind going off this. This feels like it's scaling pretty similarly to Mortal and Jado's. Yeah, I'm not opposed to that. A check of 12. Interesting. A check of 10. Action points 4, health points 48, damage 4, physical defense 18, mental defense 15. Okay. Sweet. Okay. That's very helpful. Thank you, Glenn. Base damage 4, physical defense 20. Okay. I like that. I'm gonna be tweaking that and adding that to this document later. And I'll have to put I need to put little tags in here like inspired by Mortal, Jado, and Glenn. That's what I need to do. All right, so you were saying intelligence, we should make what number again? Intelligence plus 3. Does SPNS not have YouTube membership? Do you just have Patreon? Oh, so I had a Patreon. I took it down because there's things I'm tweaking about it. And I didn't want to have one up if I couldn't provide anything back to everyone. I can barely get things out for the channel itself. So if I did have a Patreon, it would only be to inspire me and fund more videos. Which, if that's what you're wanting to do, ! Donate. Which I would not mind, because let me tell you a little something. Bless my wife for her patience. I got home from work today, and I opened the door, and she runs up from the office, and she's like, "Before you go in." I'm like, "Okay." I yelled at the cats. So I'm like, "Okay." I already got onto them. It's like, "Okay." They knocked something over. I immediately look across the kitchen to a bookshelf where my Raiders of the Lost Ark Lego set is. It's still intact. I feel much better. She then informs me that a cat jumped up and knocked our living room TV off the mantle above the fireplace. It's like, dang. Come on, cat. Please. He's very much loving climbing up on high places, and I'm not loving it. But yeah, all that to say, if you want to support the channel, ! Donate. Maybe it gets a new TV. I don't know. Anytime on fair. Yeah, it's really simple. I just ripped off the 5e bonuses for con, dex, nice. Okay, I just wondered how to support via Patreon on here or Discord thingy. Oh yeah, there's also Discord memberships. I looked into that. I just completely forgot about it. We're so close to being able to have YouTube memberships and being able to do super chats and things if people want to. We just need to get a few more hours of watch time, like literally a few more. We're so close. We're so close. But yeah, let's get back to making the monsters. Actually, I'd feel worse about the Legos. TVs have gotten crazy cheap compared to yeah. When she was telling me about the TV, I was like, that really sucks, but we could get one just as nice for like less than 200. But the Lego Indiana Jones set, let me tell you, if that cat knocked over the Lego Indiana Jones set, dead. I didn't say that. That wasn't me. That was somebody else. Anyways. Okay. So we have a might of 9, agility of 2, charisma of 4, and an intelligence of 7. Now you might be wondering, Jakin, why does the giant have 7? Well, Mortal and Jado have some reasoning behind it. If we go over to their character creation tool. Note, wisdom and intelligence in 5e are composited here. Use a bit of judgment. We're going to create a level 1 scarecrow, so referring to the table. So, in the case of our giant, we have a 7 because intelligence is +3, wisdom is +4. I'm happy to have it. Oh, whoa. I'm happy to drop it down to a 4 or 5. I think not 45. Whoa, 5. I think 5. I think I'm gonna rock with 5. Maybe nicer. Maybe nicer. Yeah. I don't use Nitro, so I prefer YouTube or Patreon. Yeah. Okay, I'll check out the donate. Oh, thank you. That was Indy saying it. All right, health points. Since we're doing level 10 for now, health points, it recommends 44. That sounds like way more than enough. So I'm gonna say 44. In fact, I'm gonna make it a 45. I'm gonna take a stat away from either mystical defense or physical defense so that we can make it just a clean 45. Physical defense, it recommends a physical defense of 18 and a mystical defense of 15. I think I'm gonna do mystical defense as the one that gets a little nerfed. I don't see giants being super mystical, but then again, it's got spell casting. So we're gonna take part of the physical defense actually. So we're gonna do, what is that, 17 plus 5, that's 22, and then 27. And then let's actually, you know what? Actually, hold on. I'm gonna make this 44. Give it a mystical damage reduction of 1. Make things a little interesting. 15, 20, 25. I'm liking this so far. I diverge there. I use intelligence as standalone and combine 5e, wisdom, and charisma. Ooh. Hold on, wait. I kind of like that too. Think how you'd convert animals, for example. It makes more sense. Interesting. Wait, yeah, let me actually see what that would be like. So if we combined charisma and wisdom, that would be a +8 for charisma, leaving intelligence at 3. Ooh. Interesting. I'm gonna make a little note. We'll combine these. Left one. Yeah, okay. So let me, yeah. Because that's interesting. Notes. Let's see. Consider combining Wiz and instead of whiz and intelligence. I'm gonna have to think on that. I've already made all the monsters with the way Mortal and Jado have done it, but I'm gonna put that there because when we update the stat blocks to look and reflect more of what they're looking like officially in DC20, I might consider that moving forward, because that makes sense, especially with animals. Storm Giants are, not others, but Storm Giants verge on demigods. I like the MDR, that's cool. Yeah. Prybar. I have some of these words. I know some of these words. What's up, Prybar? I know you. Don't add, take the higher. Oh, don't add, take the higher. At least that's how I do it. Oh. Don't add, take the higher. The higher between wisdom and charisma. In this case, it would be the same. I don't know. I mean, even combining kind of makes sense. You know what? Here, just for fun, we'll do note. Oh God, where is it on the keyboard? Note 2, and we'll say, do not add whiz and charisma. Choose the higher of the two for. Okay. All right, so we have that. We have that down. Senses. Let's see what our senses are for the Storm Giant in 5th edition. It has a passive perception of 19 and nothing else, so we're going to create a passive awareness for it. Which, how did I make that for the others? I just typed it out like that. Okay. So we got passive awareness, which in DC20, to figure out what your passive skill is, it's going to be 8 plus any relative modifiers that's going towards the skill. So in this case, it's awareness, which at level 10, that would be what? That'd be a +4? So we'll say 15. No. 8, 9, 10, 12. Whoa, what just happened? A little notification thing. Oh, there it is. It got so tiny. Prybar, thank you for subscribing. Yes, a +4. Passing through, been looking forward to seeing this. We'll check it post. Thank you, Cantrip. Correct between wisdom and charisma, and same in this case, but if you want a hella charismatic Storm Giant, I'm here for it. That'd honestly be kind of funny. I'll say 14. We'll say 14 for the... I keep scrolling over. So we got passive awareness. I forget, did I add periods after that? No, okay. Features. This is where it gets either tricky or super easy. Some of these can be kind of just converted over, and then others are like, nope, can't really do that. One of the interesting things in DC20 is that one of the features that were with the monster stat blocks, which are free in the one-shot on the Dungeon Coach's website, by the way. You can see some examples of the stat blocks. Spellcasting is a feature, which I thought was interesting. So we might be incorporating that going forward. So yeah, just a little side note for the character creation. Okay, so let's see what our first feature would theoretically be. Amphibious. The giant can breathe air and water. You know what? I like it. It sounds cool. Let's do it. How did I type those? We did it like that? Okay. I'm trying to make sure it stays consistent. Control B. IOUS. Amphibious. The giant can breathe air and water. Cool. That one's pretty easy. Innate spellcasting. The giant's innate spellcasting ability is Charisma, spell save DC of 17. It can innately cast the following spells requiring no material components. Okay, so this is something I actually want to get close to the book. So we are going to, I'm going to switch you back over here for a second while I pull up the DC20 one-shot document, because I need to see an example of a spellcaster. DC20, DC20-08, playtest. Okay. And then let me get this set up. Okay. Whoop. There we go. All right, so we scroll down to some of the stat blocks. Boom. Zoom in a little bit. Is there a way to get rid of that? Okay, there we go. So we got Raven, who's not a spellcaster. Not a spellcaster. Not a spellcaster. Spellcaster. Okay, Shadow is a spellcaster. All of Shadow's attacks act as MP effects for the purposes of spell duels. Additionally, Shadow can perform spell duels but can't make opportunity attacks. So that's the wording that we need to use with our stat blocks. Which, by the way it's formatted in D&D is it says the spell casting, it gives you the spell save DC for that monster, and then it gives you a list of the spells, but doesn't actually tell you what the spells do. So that's something that we are going to kind of amend in here. It's going to be a little tricky because DC20 spells are kind of bulky. I should go get some, but I printed out like little playing cards for my players and had them like laminated so that they could have spell cards. And trying to condense the wording of spells so that it still made sense but also fit the card was ribbon feature. I blame Trent Monk. Trent Monk! I watched his video on the new books yesterday and he had some interesting thoughts. I'm looking forward to the new release, admittedly. Maybe not. Storm Giants are likely yishage. Very bulky. Yeah, spells are bulky. There's so much text with spells in DC20. Okay, so we have... Thank you. I printed them kind of the wrong way, but these are the DC20 spell cards that I made. They're very tiny. They were not printed the right size. But yeah, DC20 spell card, and you flip it over. This one is red, so it's a cantrip. And this is what they look like. There were some that were in the community, like a few people have tried making spell cards in the community. I hadn't seen any that were like, it all fits on one card. Like they were all across multiple cards. I feel like that could be very easy to lose, at least with my players sometimes. So I tried my best to condense the language down so that it can fit on a card. And I just made a whole bunch of these, printed 4 of each spell so that each spellcaster can theoretically get the spell. It's going to be fun when I have to remake all of these with the spell overhaul coming up. Oh, so may have opportunity attacks. Yes. So we got Umbral Flame, Shadow Stitching, Hallucination, Silent Image, Arcane Sigil, Somatic Shatter. So we're kind of using existing spells, kind of. This is going to be interesting. Because what we're probably going to do is give the Storm Giant like some spells, but not a stupid amount. Here, so let me go ahead and we're just gonna copy this and format it into here, which, wait, what was it called again? It was Spellcaster. Boom. Spellcaster. Okay. This is the fun part. You just get to make everything formatted correctly. So we need to say all of the giants. All of the giants' attacks act as mana point effects for the purposes of spell duels. Additionally, Shadow, or the giant, so we'll say the giant, can perform spell duels but can't make opportunity attacks. Okay. So we got Amphibious, we've got Spellcaster, and then now for the fun part, actions. Obviously it gets 4 actions. Since we're making this a level 10 giant, it has a check of 10. Okay. A check of 10. Oh, that's not the right character. There we go. A speed. What is the speed normally in D&D? It has a speed of 50 feet. And this is considered huge. So let's say large can go up to 6 spaces. Huge can go up to 8 spaces, maybe? What did the Crassus do in the Crassus? Action point speed 7. That was large. So let's say 8. 8 just feels like a clean number. And then save DC. Combat mastery plus your prime modifier. No. Save DC. Why am I blanking on the save DC formula? Oh man. Oh, dadgummit. Can I decipher 14? Well, duh, it's 14. You know what we can do? Hold up. Give me a second. We're going to open the character sheet. Save DC, 10 plus combat mastery plus prime. Cool. Okay, so go back to our giant. So it'd be 10 plus our combat mastery. Half your level, so that's 15. Good googly moogly. Plus your prime modifier, which at that level is... Prime goes up, what, every 5 levels? So that'd be 5, 6. So what are we looking at? Are we looking at a 21 for the save DC? Is that what we're looking at? Careful cantrip! What's going on? Oh my gosh, that's so bizarre. Careful cantrip. Oh my god, that's really bizarre seeing you guys here. Hi, careful cantrip. Hello. Wow, I know we know each other, but like, I still fangirl. Like, I love the campaign. If you aren't already, Dag was in here earlier. Subscribe to Dag, subscribe to Careful Cantrip. They have a wonderful campaign going on. I'm in the middle of rewatching it myself. I'm on episode 6. It's a great cast. It's a great dungeon master. I have the hoodie somewhere, but you're gonna see me wear it at Gen Con. I can't wait to get Dave to sign it. Look at this fancy overlay. Why is this the first time I'm seeing your stream? Here, let's get intimate with this. The reason you're seeing this for the first time is because I've been having a lot of technical difficulties in trying to figure out when the best time to do this all is. And also it's new. We're just getting back into the whole streaming thing. So we're getting better at it. Hopefully we're getting better at it. But yeah, that's why. That seems high. It does seem high, but the stats are going to be crazy for players around that level. Which, let me go back to that screen and I'll show off why that would be the case. If we go back to Mortal and Jado's sheet, in DC20, damage and health are totally different number concepts compared to D&D. D&D, what's the not mean way to say it? I don't mean it to be mean. This is the only way I can think of it, so don't take it in a mean way. D&D is very much a game that's like bigger numbers equal cool. So that's kind of how the game is. You do bigger numbers, you do cool things. And it's gotten to a point where like everyone has like hundreds of health points, can do like double digits of damage like all the time. It scales weird, especially like the higher levels of D&D are a little weird. But DC20 still working out some quirks. Again, it's not a finished game. It's still in the works. We're on beta number 8. Damage is going to be different. So if we're looking at this table here, this is based off of an average kind of player-ish at these levels. So a player around here at level 10 is going to have an average check of plus 10. 4 action points, duh. Health points are going to be 44. That is a huge number in DC20. That is a huge... No, that's borderline like a deadly number for like a small party. Damage is 4. That is huge. Doing 4 as your base, and then every 5 you beat the DC, adding more to that, that's an insane... That can do a lot of damage at once. So yeah, high numbers. It feels high. It does match the players, but also one of the things that's great about the Mortal and Jado character creation guide is they tell you how you can step up or step down the monster. So when they're walking you through the process of converting this 5th edition Scarecrow to DC20, yeah, you're making the base Scarecrow, but they also show you how to upgrade it so that you can make it an elite Scarecrow. You can make it a boss Scarecrow. You could even go down to like a minion or like a little grunt. I'm gonna get way too passionate about this DC20 topic if I stay on this spot. Gosh, where was I? That seems hot. Yes. Oh, stop. Can't wait to see that hoodie. Yeah. Oh, thank God, at least I haven't missed years of this. No, you haven't missed years of this. This is like slowly getting back into it. Hopefully a Wednesday night thing. That's what I'm hoping for. Gotta go. Sorry it was so short. Have fun DC20ing. Thank you for stopping by, Careful Cantrip. And remember, guys, if you haven't already, here, let me do this. If you haven't already, go subscribe to Careful Cantrip. Wonderful cast, wonderful DM, wonderful stories, wonderful characters. Go over, watch the campaign. Start with 2, start with 3. I'm currently on campaign 3 because that's the current one. There's like 20 something episodes. Very easy to get into, and it's hard not to love these people. So yeah, go subscribe. All right, I'm done sucking up. I'm done. I swear. Pathfinder has the same problem. It makes smaller numbers almost irrelevant. In DC20, each +1 matters now. Yeah, a little bit. I would say I haven't played a ton of Pathfinder. I'll take that back. I played a lot of Pathfinder 1st edition. Pathfinder 2nd edition, I ran a little bit. I was very bad at running the game. I've had the chance to play in it a little bit. Bigger numbers in that game, at least to me, I could be very wrong, they feel like they make sense because everything in Pathfinder has a purpose. So numbers are going that high because that scales to what the monster is capable of around those levels. At least to me. I don't know if Dag is still in here. Dag is the Pathfinder expert. Streams Pathfinder multiple times a week. Dag would be able to tell me the reasoning behind the way damage scales in Pathfinder. Features. I understand. I'm a huge fan of DC20 as well, dude. It's so much fun. I think part of why I gotta take a sip real quick. I think part of what I love about DC20 is it gives me the same joy and feelings I had when I first started playing Pathfinder, like basically a decade ago, with my buddies in high school. I get the same kind of joy feeling, learning the game, wanting to know more, and then switching to 5th edition and how exciting that was, and now it's DC20. It's very cool. I'm very passionate about it. I'm happy with it. Conkus Bonkus, hey Pookie. Hey buddy. Hope you're doing well. Tell the lady I said hello. Gotta bounce. Look forward to seeing the finished product. Glenn, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the insights, and thank you so much for that table about how to go past level 10. I'm gonna look over that after the stream tonight and try to see how I can incorporate it into my own madness. Huge thank you for that. All right, I've yapped enough. Let's get back to this giant. We were trying to figure out the save DC. You know what we can do to just settle this? Let's go into here. What is it on Windows? Is it Control F? Save, or no, let's see. 10 step. Character creation outline. Oh, what? Can you not click on it if it's in Google Drive? That's dumb. You can on Mac. Okay. Let's see. Save DC. It just says save DC is 14. Okay, so just give me the player character table. Okay. The combat mastery at level 10 is 5. That's what we had. Attribute cap is 5. Okay, so yeah, it would be 21 for our giant. That's crazy. Good thing the players are going to be rolling some crazy numbers. We are doing good. Good. I'm glad to hear that. We can get into actions now. So the 5th edition Storm Giant has multi-attack. We're not going to add multi-attack because this is a game system that does multi-attack. So it's a little bit redundant. Storm Giant does have a great sword. I don't see any issue with adding that, so we'll probably do that. It has rock, which you basically throw a giant rock to hit enemies. That does damage. And then it has lightning strike, recharge 5 to 6. So all of that plus some spell casting. So now what we need to do is I need to consult the monster creation guide to see how many features roughly I should be giving the monster. Isn't it 8 plus combat mastery plus prime for the save DC? It was, but then it got updated to 10 in the 0.8. But yeah, for the longest time it was 8. That's why I was struggling trying to remember it. I was like, wait a minute. So yeah, if we go to, here, let me open this up. Yeah, if we go over here and go to our save DC equals 10 plus combat mastery plus prime. It's crazy. Wait, which would actually make that just a dirty 20. So we'll just make that a 20. But yeah, let's open up the monster guide. Monster damage, monster features. There we go. Monsters can be granted features. These features are, for instance, by assigning at least one feature every monster, the roles and challenges. Cool. You can grant them class features. This is a great way to showcase how different classes work that are not represented by the party PCs. Below are examples that you could use at a glance to add 1 or 2 features to a monster. More features like this will be released in future Kickstarters and on Patreon. Okay. Well, we don't need the features. Although these are nice. Okay. We gotta figure out how to do these spells. That's what we need to do. So we go back to here, scroll up to our spellcaster. They have Umbral Flame, Shadow Stitching, but no like sword. And then same with our other caster. And they are, that one's a support and one is a controller. So first thing we're gonna do, we're just gonna straight up add a great sword. So what is it? Control F, great sword. The great sword does 2 slashing, but in the case of our monster, 4. 4 slashing. So I'm just gonna take this and copy it over and then tweak from there. So this is going to be a great sword. And then with the weapon rework, they got rid of, yeah, so it doesn't even do like that kind of stuff. So it's just gonna be 4, not bolded. That's gonna bother me. Formatting is the fun part. So it's 4 slash damage. Slash damage, and it says special and versatile. Which is 2-handed, heavy, and impact. So we got 2-handed, heavy, and impact, which do some crazy things now. I missed that. Got to go check. Yeah. Great sword. So now, let's go ahead and add our spell things. So we're gonna go back to the core rule books and we're gonna scroll all the way down. And get to our pre-made spell list. We're on storms, so I don't see us having fire and flames. Maybe fog cloud. Maybe we do fog cloud. I can see that. Storm. So the spells that it had in D&D were Detect Magic, Featherfall, Levitate, and Light, and then had Control Weather and Water Breathing. Lightning and Teleportations list. Gust, Lightning Blade. You know what, actually, what if we replace the Greatsword with Lightning Blade? So yeah, if we go back to this, we have spell attack versus MD, 10 spaces, 1 umbral damage, shadow restores 3 HP, we have silent image. Very simple, very, very simple things in here. Okay, so this is gonna be an interesting exercise. Once we do this once, we got this figured out. So yeah, I'm thinking we replace the Greatsword with Lightning Blade. Let's do that. Let's actually make this themed to a Storm Giant. So we got Lightning Blade. One action. And then that's not Lightning Blade. And then, okay, so how do we format this? So it's always, so some of them are spell attack versus MD, and then others are just creates, restores. So in the case of this, Next attack. Okay. So we would say like the giant. Okay. The giant imbues a melee weapon. The giant imbues its melee weapon with crackling energy. Okay. Yeah. The giant imbues its melee weapon with crackling energy. Okay. The next attack check that hits with this weapon sheathes the target in booming energy. Kind of redundant. If the target leaves or is moved from the current space they're in, they take 2 sonic damage and the spell ends. I think Connor actually hit me with this spell in our one-shot playtest. Lightning Blade seems like a reasonable replacement to Lightning Strike, except it hits an area. I would still like to incorporate the Lightning Strike in some capacity, but yeah, I'm on the same track as you are with that. So yeah, let's do that. Let's say how complicated do they get with their spells? Spell attack versus enemy 5 space aura around her silent image. 1 psychic damage to each target. Targets must make a repeated into save. Failure, it's rattled by the silent image. Arcane Sigil. Nightmare creates a magical symbol within her space for 1 minute. Oh, wait. Yeah, let's also update this. So I had it as like little dots. So we'll probably just say 4. So Lightning Blade, we'll just, instead of that, we'll just say it's 1 action point. It's a cantrip. Whoa, why is this over here? That's not what I want. Why is that making that a minus? That's not what I want that to be. 4. Why is this some type of Google Sheets formatting? Is this some kind of equation I don't know? Why can't I just type that? 4. Why does that make -4? Why is there... You know what? We're just gonna say 4. I don't want it over there. I want it over there. 4 action points. I don't know why it... That's so stupid. With crackling energy. So how do we condense this spell? If the target next attack hits his weapon, booming energy. They're in, they take 2 sonic damage and the spell ends. The giant imbues its melee weapon with crackling energy. On a successful attack against a target, it's surrounded by booming energy. If it leaves its space or is moved, it suffers. We're just gonna do it. 4 sonic damage. I know. 4 is a lot, but 4 is what it recommends for this level, so 4 we shall give it. So that's Lightning Blade. I think we add another one of these. I think we go Command C, and then do insert cells or paste special. All except borders? Nope, that's not what I wanted. I know in Excel you can just like insert cells and shift down. Boom. We'll make another one. Lightning Strike. It feels like it needs to be a little bit different. Lightning Blade seems like except it's there. Yeah. So we got Lightning Strike, which we have something kind of similar to that. Returning Shock, Gust, Shocking Grasp, Crackling Lightning, Misty Step, Lightning Bolt. We'll probably simplify the one from D&D because it's already short, and I like that. I think I can work with that. So we'll say this is, what do they, so 1 for Humble Frame, 1, 1, 2, 2. I don't see any going higher than that. So we'll say this is a 2. We'll call this Lightning Strike. So Lightning Strike, the giant hurls a magical lightning bolt at a point it can see within 500 feet of it. Each creature within 10 feet of the point must make a DC20 dexterity saving throw, taking 54 lightning damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one. Okay. So we're going to say spell check versus spell save. Is that how they worded it? Spell attack versus MD. Spell attack versus MD. This would be spell attack versus PD. So, spell attack versus PD. Right? 10 spaces, 1 umbral. Okay. So it's how... What is this one again? The range is 500 feet. I'm feeling a little dumb. I'm not gonna lie. 500 divided by... Okay. So that's... God, that's a lot of spaces. Do we convert the spaces? Because that's a lot. 2 radius sphere, 6 lightning damage, 50 square range. Costs 2 action points, maybe 3. I can see 3. I can see 3. I think we're gonna do 3. That's what I want to do. And then we'll add other spells in between that are more reasonable in action price. So spell attack, and then we're thinking 50 spaces. God, 50 spaces is crazy. 50 space. And then you think 6 lightning damage? Alright, let's see how they format the other spells. Spell attack versus MD, 5 space aura around her silent image. 5 space. Is that one of the 5 space square? Just off the top of my head. I mean, yeah. That's a strong start. Let's say radius. Spell attack versus PD, 50 space. 50 spaces. And then it was what, from an aura you can see? 5 space aura around her silent. 50 spaces, and then 1, 50 spaces, and then how do we communicate this? 5 space aura around a silent image. So you have to make the silent image. The giant throws a lightning bolt at a point that it can see 50 up to 50 spaces away. All creatures within a 10 space radius of that point suffer, all right, how much? 54 damage. I think the way we do it is we make it double whatever. No, double is, yeah, I mean, it's a giant. It's meant to hurt. Ah, man, I'm struggling with this. If we're supposed to do 4 damage, I say we double it. I think we make it a base of 8. Suffer 8. Not 8 points of whatever. It's 8 lightning damage, yeah. Does it say anything about like if there's like a success or failure, it's rattled? Yeah, okay. What's some failures that we can add to this? Let's see, we have an orb. On a hit, the target takes 2 lightning damage. This time they're taking 8. +1 damage for wearing metal armor. That's kind of crazy. Most players will have between, let's see, most players will have between 15 and 30 health points at this point. Yeah. Yeah, this is not a dude to be trifled with. I mean, on a success, you take half damage. Spell attack versus physical defense. The giant throws a lightning bolt at a point that it can see up to 50 spaces away. All creatures within a 10 space radius of that point suffer 8 lightning damage. On a failed save. For lightning damage on a success. Full save. All right, so we have Lightning Blade. We have Lightning Strike. I'm pretty happy with how Lightning Strike turned out. 10 space radius. Hot damn. Hot damn. Yeah, it's crazy in here. It's 500 feet, 10 feet. Or, well, hold on. Yeah, 10 space. I totally translated 10 feet as 10 spaces. Let's say 2 spaces. I was totally reading it. I was translating it a little too. 10 space radius. All creatures within a 2. Oh my god, I'm still doing it. A 2 space radius of that point suffer 8 lightning damage on a failed save. 4 lightning damage on a successful save. And then just for shits and giggles, targets wearing metal Armor, take an additional point of lightning damage. Can you tell my dungeon master is coming out of me a little bit? Dazed, paralyzed conditions seemed applicable. Barbarians might hit 40. Dazed and paralyzed. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, if this were like, if I had this formatted ahead of time so that it reflected more of these stat blocks with like the attack enhancements and everything, 100% I would add enhancements that are like, you cause it to daze or paralyze, like things like that. That's something I need to do. I'm probably gonna do this weekend. I'll probably do it on a stream because I like doing this. This is chill. Let's get a few more spells in. Man, we went way over time today, but we're figuring out stat blocks, like new stat block things. Okay. So we were looking at the other spells. I mean, Gust. I'm kind of thinking Gust a little bit. Spell check versus might save. A success, the target is pushed one space in a direction of your choice. Plus one space for each success of 5. Wind tunnel. But the giant also has Featherfall, Levitate, Light, Control Weather, Water Breathing, which seems a little bit redundant if it's amphibious. The giant can breathe air and water. And then one of the spells it has is Water Breathing. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I think Gust. Fog Cloud also kind of seems applicable. We'll do Gust because that can go with the Lightning Blade. Hit the target, Gust, make them take more damage. I think Gust is the way to go. So Gust will be the final one. Which I now wish I had made it. Control C, we'll say insert cells and shift it down. Control C. Whoa, everything is getting funky. Nope, that's not where I want that. Delete cells and shift up. And then we'll just fix the bottom of this real quick. I think it was it. Yeah, okay. So we got Lightning Blade, and then we got Gust. And we'll organize this so that it makes sense. Lightning Blade, Gust. Which Gust would be a spell check versus a might save. Yeah, okay. Spell check versus might save. The giant compels the air to push a target. You can see it's 5 spaces. To push a target. How many spaces do we want it to go? This is a giant doing it. Target is pushed one space in a direction of your choice. Target or object. The giant compels the area to push a target or object 3 spaces. because this is not a normal gust. This is from a giant, maybe. 3 spaces in a direction of its choosing. I think that's kind of the way it was worded. In a direction of its choice, of its choosing. I think that works. Spell check versus might save, 5 spaces. The giant compels the air to push a target or object 3 spaces in a direction of its choosing. Water breathing for his friend. Oh. All right, Brian, I see you also are thinking fog cloud. Do you think we do it? Do you think we go for a fog cloud? Or do we think 3 spells is good enough? So we have one that's kind of a melee attack for it. We have Gust, which can add on to the Lightning Blade, right? And then we have a Lightning Strike, which is like your grand one. Including up? Yeah, should we include Fog Cloud, or should we just leave it at 3 attacks? Or 3 attacks in the list, in the stat block. That's what I'm trying to find the word, stat block. Man, help me. But yeah, what you think? I'm happy with just 3, but I'm also a dungeon master who likes the simple stat block. 3 is enough. 3 works for me. All right, this is the part I love about the monster stat block. We're looking at this and we're able to see, oh, we gotta change that to 0, the physical damage reduction. There we go. We're looking at the stat block and now we can see that we have a stat block done. So this is a simple stat block. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna highlight these. We're gonna copy, paste it down over here. Let's see, Control A, Control C. Senses, put that there. And then we got the features and reactions. Oh. I don't know that we need reactions and all that yet. Still gotta work all that stuff out. And then we'll just clean this up a little bit. Up. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, okay. Now we just gotta fill the rest of this out. So we got skills. Let's see here. Skills, it has a +8 in athletics, a 14 in history, an 8 in arcana, 14 athletics, 8 in history, perception of 9. So, we're gonna look at what we have. So the first thing it has up is Arcana. Arcana is in DC20. So yeah, we're gonna add Arcana. And then how did I type this out previously? Skills, none. Skills, awareness +3. Okay, I see. So how do we do this? It's been so long since I've worked on the stat block. Has an awareness of +3 because that's the prime modifier. If we go to a bugbear, they have a stealth of 4. So that's 2 plus level 1, so a max of 2. Okay, yeah. Okay, I see now, I see. So Arcana, this is level 10. This is kinda crazy. Here, this will be easy. No, wait, I memorized it earlier because we had to type it. 90, okay. I just need that table, the progression table, okay. Combat mastery, we're at 10, which is 5. Expert cap is 3. So that's 2, 4, 6. So we're gonna add 6 plus whatever. Golly. So that would be, Arcana is intelligence. So that's +11. My goodness. Next up in the stat block is athletics. That is in the game. So that'd be 2, 4, 6 plus might, which is, wow, 15. High numbers, but again, everyone else is gonna have high numbers too. Does Gust also push creatures up? Yes. Gust pushes up, I put it as targets, but yeah. Creatures, yeah. Which skills would a Storm Giant rank up? In D&D, it's Arcana, Athletics, History, and Perception. History is also in the game, which is Intelligence, so that would be plus 11. Speaking of, and then Awareness, which is Prime, so that would just be 6 plus, so plus 12. The passive awareness is 14, but the awareness is 12. That feels interesting. Oh wait, yeah. We gotta combine that. There we go. Cool. Languages. It has Common. Yeah, everyone knows Common. And Giant. Okay, so we'll just say Giant. Resistance. Does it have any resistances? Damage resistance to cold. Resistance. It only has resistance to cold? But it has immunities. What are the immunities? Lightning and thunder. Oh, okay. I forgot. What is the condition again? Oh, conditions aren't even going to be a thing. Oh, interesting. Okay, hold on. So it's literally just skills, senses, and languages. And then for the Crassus, skills, senses, and languages. Oh. Oh, that, I'm conflicted about that. I'm conflicted about that. I think, does it have vulnerabilities? It has resistances, it has immunities. Yeah, okay. You know what? I'm gonna, I hesitate. It needs to be, okay, lightning. We'll say it's lightning. It's level 10. Let's do it based off combat mastery. So lightning 5. And then what was the other one? Thunder. Well, that would be Sonic. So that's how many points of those damage types it can remove. Which I feel like makes sense because it's the Storm Giant. Vulnerable, it doesn't say vulnerabilities, so we're gonna say none. Conditions, I don't know that I've used conditions on any of these yet. Bugbear, gelatinous cube. Oh yeah, conditions that it can't have done to it. No. No conditions. That's right, it would have been there. So we'll say none. Okay. So we have our simple stat block. It's a level 10 huge giant. Its initiative spot is 15, or if you want to roll for it, it's a plus 10 to the initiative roll. Has a might of 9, an agility of 2, a charisma of 4, and an intelligence of 5. It has 44 health points. Physical damage starts at 17. Mystical damage starts at 15 with an MDR of 1. Its passive awareness is 14. It has amphibious, so it can breathe air and water, and it is a spellcaster and doesn't get to make opportunity attacks. It has 4 actions, a plus 10 to its checks, a save DC of 20, and a speed of 8. It has Lightning Blade, Gust, and Lightning Strike. I'm happy with this. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and save this, and then I gotta start making the thumbnail. I gotta start making the thumbnail, because this will be available in our Discord. So if you want this monster stat block to use for your games, or if you just want to use it to get a base for your own version of a Storm Giant and you want to tweak it, !Discord in the live chat to join the Swordplay and Sorcery Discord server. You can see all of the monsters we make on stream there for free for you to download. You can submit your request to have a monster done on stream, and if you make monsters of your own, you can share them. We want to see them. I want to see them at least. Yo, what is up? Oh, I don't want to mess this up. Descrom 683 Desk. Big boy or girl. Depends on your Storm Giant tastes, I guess. Welcome to the stream. So, we are probably wrapping up. I did a lot of yapping on today's stream. Oh my god, it's the Dungeon Coach. What's up? Howdy. How long have you been here? How long have you been spying? Oh man, here, let me pull this up. This is our Storm Giant that we made. Or at least attempted. I might have that was way too zoomed in. Might have butchered it. But yeah, this is our Storm Giant. We made 2 stat blocks. We have the simple one, and then we have a slightly more detailed stat block for if you want just a few more numbers to roll around. My only 2 cents is probably do 50 or 60 HP. 50 or 60, you know what? I'm not opposed to that. 50 or 60. Oh man, which one? If this is a level 10 giant. You're saying do 50 or happy medium? You just raise it by 10? Or I guess like 11, 55? 55. We'll do 55 to update this one too. This was an interesting process. All of the monsters that we've done so far, they've been like very low level, very like simple ones. So like we've made some zombies, we did skeletons, we did a winged kobold leader, which at the time of making that one, we actually called it the Hodop kobold, just because we were having a lot of fun with that. But yeah, this is the first one that we've made that's like it's a higher level thing. And then seeing the monster stat block from the free one-shot, which you can get on DC's website, it was so interesting because I ran this for my friends, the new updated one, and I was so shocked to see that spellcasting or spellcaster was a thing as a feature, which I never would have thought of, but it made so much sense. And I really like that it just makes all of the actions capable of being part of a spell duel. I really like that. A level 2 brown bear has 20, but I'm not making any official statements on anything level 3 or higher. Big herd. I saw one of the bear stat blocks, and when I did the comparison, I was like, or comparison? I'm sorry. Wow, I just lost my train of thought doing that. Yeah, no, I saw that there was a bear stat block, and I was like, oh wow, this is very different, but I'm in love with it. I like it. I'm happy with how the official one turned out. It was very easy to read. One of my favorite aspects is the attack enhancements, because for the longest time I'd just been using that cheat sheet that came with the original monster guide, and so anytime I was running monsters, I was like adding like a bunch of crazy things where I could. But now that it's kind of like limited to the monster, or that's at least my understanding of it, I really, really like that. And then Apex features were so easy to understand. I was a little nervous about that when reading the monster guide. I never thought to use them. And then when I reran this one shot with the Crassus, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Super easy, and it added a little bit of like a ticking clock to the one shot, because it started off, at least in our case, the bandits, they got into the fight with them, the battle was dragging out, so I went ahead and brought the Crassus in, and then when they finally caught on about 3 rounds later that more and more Crassus, like baby ones, were like flooding in, it was like, oh, we don't have to fight and kill this thing. We already got what we needed. We just need to survive and get out of here. And I really liked that, maybe unintentional, maybe intentional ticking clock. I really, really loved it. Real well done, dude. Thank you, dude. That means a lot. This week's video is breaking down the monster stat. Yes. I'm so ready for that. I'm so ready for that. Bro, are you monetized yet? No, I'm so close. I'm so close. I have like a few more watch hours away. That's like the last thing I need to get that halfway milestone before like the final milestone. But we almost killed it. Yeah, you did almost kill it. Wait, I thought y'all did get the... Ian, I thought y'all did kill the Crass... No, y'all used that sound thing to mess with it. Yeah. That's right. I can just go back and rewatch that. I don't know what I'm doing. Speaking of I don't know what I'm doing, I spent so long yapping and trying to figure out, okay, how are we doing this? We don't know all the details yet. So how are we making this monster so that it works for my game, but also if this is a version of a stat block you want to use in your game, you can use it. We spent so long yapping, we didn't get to the Dracolich, and we didn't get to, what was the third one? The Displacer Beast. So I still need to make those two up, because people are putting in requests for ones that they want to see me attempt to convert, and it's way harder than I thought it was. Huge props to homebrew people that like get super specific with this. But it's so much, it's like a puzzle. It's so much fun to do. It really feels like a puzzle. For sure, intentional, putting the kids down, night dude. Thanks for stopping by, Coach. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much. But yeah, so exclamation point Discord in the live chat if you want to join the Swordplay and Sorcery Discord server. Later tonight, I'm going to be posting my version of the Storm Giant in there for free for you to see. It'll probably be up in about 30 minutes or so. But if you have monsters that you want to see converted or want to share your own conversions, exclamation point Discord, Swordplay, and Sorcery. And we're going to be scheduling some game nights soon. I really had a blast a few months ago when we did the Jackbox game night, and I'm kind of ready for some more chaos in the server, especially because we have so many new faces, and they should get to know us a little better. Oh no, we'll have to get more content. It's so terrible. Oh no. Thanks for walking us through another monster conversion. Appreciate your work. Thank you, Cole. Thank you so much. It's fun to do. I'm probably gonna do this again Saturday. I don't really have any plans for Saturday, at least that I know of. And so I'm probably gonna spend a lot of the day just streaming and probably doing more of these monsters, which if that's the case, it'll be the Dracolich, then it'll be the Displacer Beast, And then I believe I owe everyone an attempt at just a penguin. People want a penguin race or a penguin ancestry in the game. And that was kind of a big deal for a little bit. But thank you all so much for watching. It means the world to me. I don't know how we would do this. Stream settings. I don't know if they stream on YouTube. I'm gonna check something real quick, because if so, YouTube now kind of has a raid feature, so we'll just raid into them. If not, we'll just end the stream where it is. Oh wait, actually, yes. Okay. How to use the YouTube Live redirect. We're going to use this for the first time. Once your stream ends, autoplay will move your viewers to the premiere or live stream of your choice. The channel needs to give you permission from YouTube Studio. Oh. Okay. So we go to Edit, Customization, and under Redirect, click Add. Oh, wait, do I have to do this before we go live? No, wait, okay, here it is. Customization, Redirect from your subscriptions. Does it have to be upcoming? Can I not just go into like a live? I want to figure this out. You guys don't have to stay, but I want to figure this out. No dice. It's a channel. It's a channel. Come on. Where is no dice? Ah. Dang it. You can send viewers to any channel that gives you redirect privileges. I don't see... This is so weird. Okay. Oh well. We tried it. I wanted to try it. We'll figure it out next time. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you later. Adios.